Returning home from prison is really hard for many reasons. Charles knows all about this, and he has some advice for his fellow returning citizens. But first, a reality check.
Scary. Wanting to be a part of a society that may not accept you because of things you have done. It's scary. I wouldn't say that the system put any barriers in my way. I would say that my thinking was the biggest barrier to me moving forward in my life. I had to get out of my own way. Sometimes we can be our worst enemy. I relied on my support system, which is my family and my faith. My mother's the backbone of our family, and she always told us that we can be anything we wanted to be. And that's something that stuck with me over the years. That knowing if I put forth the effort and put in the work, I can do whatever I want to do. I would tell people who are coming back into the community to take advantage of the resources that are available to ex-offenders. There are a lot more resources today than there were in the past. You know, get out in the community and build support systems. Know the resources that are available to you and utilize those resources.
One of the resources Charles used was Turnaround Tuesday.
It's a movement. It's a job program, but it's more of a movement, whereas they not only help you get a job, they help you learn how to maintain and keep that job, how to build relationships, public relationships and private, personal relationships. And it has been a very vital tool in my success. It's been a great resource. I learned conflict resolution skills here, and those skills have come in handy on my job dealing with some of my colleagues when we didn't see eye to eye. At one time where I would have acted in a negative way, today I take the time to think about the consequences and the losses versus just acting out, getting that instant gratification. Learn to make yourself vulnerable. And what I mean by that, coming back into a society that most of us who come back into are minorities, learning to trust, knowing that there are people out here who are willing to help us, who are willing to help you get to that place where you want to be in your life. But there has to be a level of trust there. And in order to trust, you have to make yourself vulnerable. Willing to share how you feel. Willing to accept help when pride and ego get in the way. Learn to put that pride and ego aside and to say, I'm human and I can't do this alone. Some practical advice that I would give someone that's re-entering society from prison is learn to be your best friend. Learn your worth as a person. Learn your worth. We all have a purpose in life. And it's up to us to seek that purpose and to go after, to fulfill that purpose in life. Money will come along with that purpose. Recognition and prestige, if it's meant to be, will come along with that purpose. But seek your purpose in life. The most important skill I would give advice to anyone entering the employment market is to be yourself. You know, trying to be something that you aren't, people going to see through it. Be yourself. Be resilient. You know, there are going to be people who look at your past and judge you based upon your past. There are going to be people who are just not going to be willing to give you a second chance. But for every door that's closed, a door will open eventually if you be resilient. A door will open. You'll be surprised at who will help you when you ask for help. My mother had a saying, closed mouths don't get fed. You know, no one can help you if they don't know you need help. I always worked until I got heavily addicted to drugs. But job training is something that we all need at some point in time in our lives. No one knows how to go out and do interviews or to write a resume with a cover letter, or we just don't come knowing these things. These are learned skills, and that's something that going through job training will teach you. Places like Turnaround Tuesday teach you these things. That skill set that I use in welding is nothing compared to the skill set that I use as a peer recovery coach. I get to see people at their lowest, when they are really broken and most vulnerable, and I get to help them repair their lives. Most places want you to be sober for 3 years. You have to go through training and basically be willing to tell your story and share your experience. And that's something that wasn't easy for me in the beginning because I'm a private person. But over the years, I see that what I went through wasn't just for me. It was to help others. You know, doing this video is a way for me to bring light to those who are coming back into the community, whether it's from a short stint in central booking or a long stint in the correctional system. Letting them know that there's hope. You know, there's opportunities out here to get your life back on straight street and to be successful.